mic test. Test the mic test. Sibilance. Sounds good to me. Sounds good. Unique, New York. I'm gonna do this little slider here. Let's see how that goes. I want to hear the music before we get all in on it. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I can take this thing off now.
Power off.
Well, howdy, folks, and welcome back to another paint stream here, Country Fried Minis. I'm your host, Cameron, presenting on behalf of Country Fried Mini. Hope y'all are doing fantastic tonight. We're gonna do some work, a little bit of basing tonight. Maybe film a few more shots. Howdy, Techno RTN, welcome. Always good to catch the homies here on a silly little stream in the corner. Everything sounded good. I got my live chat up. Let me make sure it's set. Excellent. We're only a few minutes behind. How long did I make you all wait this time? 3 minutes? I try to keep it around 2 minutes, 2.5. F in chat? What's the F in chat for? I screwed up? What's going on? You got me paranoid about an F in chat. Oh. All right. It sounds all right. All right. Stream froze for me, but I refreshed. You know, I've been having trouble with streams today. I was watching Spencer's stream, and like it just kept freezing, and I had to keep refreshing. I wonder if YouTube's having some problems, because I ran a speed test, and it was not a problem. It was not me. How's our camera looking tonight? It is blurry, as is expected. It just don't know what to do, which sucks. See if I can't improve this a little bit. I got the Brio software up. Do we have this? The sharpness is cranked up, which seems to be a workaround solution for this camera. And no preview available. Okay. Well, maybe it'll zoom in tonight. I think the whole internet is busy today. That makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. Because it's Monday, you know. Anyhow, let's hop right into it and rehydrate this here wet palette. We can put these away. And I think on the agenda tonight is doing this here little base for this little lady. Where's my... Uh-oh. I'm missing something important. I'm missing something very important. Where did it go? No. This cannot be. This cannot be. Is that you up there? Ah, yes. Okay. I'm ready. Howdy, howdy, another Nate. If I haven't welcomed you already, I have no idea what's going on. I'm a little lost sometimes. But what I do know for sure is we're going to get started by hydrating our wet palette. Getting this thing nice and juicy. And you know, I'm kind of thinking these colors that are here might be a tad problematic for what we're doing. So let me before we get started, let's go ahead and just get rid of you. Yeah, that's a nice moist sponge. And I got some Hydro Pack refills right up here. Let's get a fresh piece of parchment out for this project. You know, it's funny. I know I've mentioned before that my Amazon driver marked my product as delivered when it wasn't delivered. So I called customer service and they just sent me another one of these things. And then the actual delivery came the next day. You know, after it said it was already marked as delivered and handed off to a receptionist, which it wasn't. So now I have I got 100 of these here Hydro Pack sheets, which is great. It means I can be a little more liberal in their use. I suppose I could always buy parchment paper, but I can't be asked to put in that kind of effort. That's silly. Anyhow, where's Our Lady? Where's Our Lady? She's over here. Gotta love bad delivery folks, lol. Yes. Howdy, howdy, Jason Smith. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that it was unusual, and you know, I guess it's not too unusual. Amazon's kind of known for overworking folks. They just marked it as delivered, and it wasn't delivered. Anyhow, during our last stream, we got some work done on this little lady, and then I actually hung out with folks in the Discord afterwards and got some work on her. And the next day I put this base on her. So we got some little chunks of cork that need to be painted up. We got this whole basing, what you call this, texture paint that needs to be worked on. And then I printed off a whole bunch of these cactuses from Epic Basing. Let's see if I can't get a few close to the camera for you. These are fabulous, and they're a little pricey, but the details are great, and they print out really well. So I'm really pleased with it. I think I spent, like $12 for the bunny ear cactus, they called it, and then the hedgehog cactus. I don't know what their species names are supposed to be. Little late, I was putting a Warhammer through its paces after I finished with the Crusader, but yes indeed. Those of y'all who are catching this via the algorithm, or catching it now and aren't members of the Discord, should know we hang out and voice and play video games and talk all kinds of shit and come up with ideas and laugh and have a good time. So come on over to the Country Fried Minis Discord, link down in the description. Down below, right down there. Would love to have you. Love to see what you're working on. I think no matter what we get up to, the community is pretty united in its love for the hobby. Okay, now to actual paint and stuff. I think what we're going to do is just use some Stynylrez primer and brush it on these stones as well as a bunch of these cactuses. And we'll get those primed up so we can start painting on them. And we're going to finish this dragon lady tonight. Getting done. 3-hour time limit. She's getting done. It's going to happen. So, I think for that, should maybe think about putting down a paper towel to set our cactuses on. And then paint I might paint a surplus of them. Just so we know what we're getting into. How about 1 or 2 blooming ones? Do like 2, maybe these 3 blooms will be fine. And then I want some extra prickly pear pads. And then a few of these hedgehoggy boys. I want a long one as well. Oh, wait. We gotta have 2 round ones. Yes. The classic cactus configuration. You know how it goes. You get the big one in the middle and the 2 small round ones on the sides. Yeah. Yeah. At least one of those. Jason says you may enjoy them both. They both rock jump jets, SRM6, and ER lasers. Yeah, that sounds about my wheelhouse for mechs. I saw you were in there today. I didn't stop through because I was catching some streams. Catching some streams and some videos and prepping some stuff. Getting ready for tonight. Printing out things. I printed out a few mechs. I got a crab and a bushwhacker and a hussar finished up. Nightbot's already at it today, claiming that a 26-sided shape is known as a rhombocuboctahedron. 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 I mean, I assume that's true. Who knows? All right. So, I think that is more than enough little cactuses. And actually, let's get rid of the duplicates. I think. Just to kind of reduce the load here of what we're painting on. Yeah. We'll keep 1 duplicate in the form of these little round ones. Though, do we want the little boy or the long one? I mean, that's funnier, right? That's obviously funnier. We got to go with it. Okay. Decision to be made. I was determined to make mechs that could be used on the tabletop. Built the Crusader and Mega Mech before I took to MechWarrior 5 to build it there. Yeah, watching you play the modded version really makes me want to try to pick out some of these mod features and make them into tabletop variants. I think that's really, really neat. Okay. Anyhow, enough waffling. Let's get to painting, y'all. Let's get this a-going. And... okay, I think I have enough primer to do this. So I think what we're going to get started with... It successfully took out over 2 lances of mechs, only lost its arms. Wait, what chassis was this on? The Crusader. Oh, yeah. I love my Crusader in the unmodded game. It's... it wouldn't perform as well on the tabletop, that's for sure. But it was a lot of fun to play with. Just the absurd amount of SRM6, or it was 2 SRM6s and 2 SRM4s. Really, really intense loadout. See if I can't keep this in frame and kind of focus for y'all. I don't want to focus. There we go. So we're just gonna get a nice all-over coating of gray with this primer. And I've brushed it on a few times. That's a little too zoomed in, ain't it? For it to focus. Let's bring it out some. I've been looking into trying to set this up with like some kind of Stream Deck controls. I think that being able to zoom in and out and have it ready to go with a touch would be awesome. But I do have the Logitech Brio software on the computer and can just hit it with the mouse. And it does seem to focus a little better when it's nice and zoomed in. So we're just going to hit all this freshly printed and cleaned and cured resin. We're going to give it an all-over gray, neutral, foundational primer coat. 4 ER mediums, 4 RM6s, 585 with 13 double heat sinks. It does sound like about right. That would probably be a good contender on the tabletop as well. I mean, obviously the SRMs hit way harder in in MechWarrior 5, but I still am quite fond of them. Iron Elemental, welcome, says, howdy y'all. Those who guess would be later, right? Oh no. You're here. I was wrong. For those of you without context, Iron Elemental put a poll up about if he would show up, if he would be late, etc. And I did a little trolling. But yeah, good to see you, homie. Keyboard macros, yo, you can do all the Stream Deck stuff without one. Yeah, well, the big thing is I don't have a keyboard on this computer. I'm doing everything with the mouse on this little tiny screen, which is a pain. But I was thinking of getting one of those laser keyboards set up here on the desk somewhere, so I could turn it on and off. But the reviews are not great of them. However, most people complain that they have latency, and I still think a keyboard with latency would be a bit of an upgrade and allow me to keep the space, which I'm all about. That's why I'm operating with just the mouse for now. Okay, so first we're gonna blast through priming. Just using a 6-round, working fast. I may have to clean the primer off my fingers at some point, but the beauty of batch painting like this is we'll get through them, and by the time we finish the last one in this row, they'll be ready for paint. Well, actually, we need to put this this gray on the cork as well. I'm gonna hit the base with it as well, and that'll be fine. It'll be kind of dandy. Little bits, very small pieces. So I'm trying to keep it in frame for y'all, but I mean, truth be told, it's not like super interesting stuff. We're brushing on some primer. I suppose this is illustrating that you can indeed just brush on your Stynylrez. It's great, good stuff. Big recommend. Pay like 25, 26 bucks, something like that. You get 3 big bottles of it in white, black, and gray on Amazon, shipped to your door. I like it because the airbrush, of course, but it works for a brush-on primer as well. All right, how many we got left? We got 8 of these. next on down the line. I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll hit these with maybe a Nuln Oil wash and then dry brush them in white and hit them with an ink over top. Or a contrast paint. Whether I use a pre-mixed contrast or use the medium, get it done. So on the agenda tonight is cactuses, rocks on the base, dry brushing the dirt. We might do a little pigment powder. We're going to aim for getting this model done in the 3-hour window. Wrap it up at 9 p.m. Okay. If any of y'all are finding this via the algorithm and watching along, let me know in the comments down below if you think these zoomed in shots are too much. I'm having fun with them. They're a little out of focus, sure, but it's kind of cool to be able to get the camera in there. It's also worth mentioning that thanks to the generous support of the patrons, I have indeed ordered the USB 3.0 slots, or the PCIe X1 USB 3.0 card, which will let me run a high-speed cable to this here camera and run it in 4K. Tom Garside says you can get a USB numpad for like $10 and you probably have enough keys for macros. Hey, excellent tip. Thank you, good sir. Also, welcome to the stream. Getting a little work done tonight on this here dragon lady. Got to wrap it up because she needs to get done for a video, and I'm a little behind on it. My priorities continually get shifted around on the channel. I did get really excited about working on Titania, and in the meantime we hit 1,000 subscribers, so between this here collaborative model, this model for a collaboration, and a event that I've discussed with the folks in the Discord, they're taking priority. Aha, those cacti in action. Yeah! Yes, indeed. You saw them earlier. They printed out really fast, too, and it's wild that the surface quality on them is really good. Even though they're at a 0.05 layer height instead of 0.02, and they're just done on my Frozen Sonic Mini. Very, very pleased with it. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Let's scale to window and full screen projector. Okay, so those are coated up. They're going to sit over here and dry up a bit. We're going to put out a little more of this just so we have enough. I'm almost done with this bottle, so it's good to use it up. And let's get in on these rocks. And we're just going to hit them rough. If it spills over onto the brown, whatever, we'll clean it up with some washes, some dry brushing here in a bit. My logic is kind of we'll hit all these little bits of cork and get them primed up. And by the time I work my way around all of these, the cactuses should be good to go, and we can start hitting them with the primer. And actually, it just hit me that I have not been filming any of this. So let me pump the brakes and grab the tripod real quick and get our lady in teal recorded. So I think I've mentioned to y'all before, I'm working with a Endurax brand tripod. Endurax. Got it off of Amazon for like $30. It's hollow aluminum construction. I mean, it feels like a $30 tripod, but it works. It works well for a $30 tripod. And then I got this little phone connector thingamabob, and I just record on my phone. I'm working with a Galaxy Note 9, which records in 4K, and it's more than enough for these videos. So let's get that going and get back to what we were doing. I guess I need to show the this to the camera and pour a little more out. There we go. Gaslight Minis. Stick random keypads around the bullshit corner with poster tag and tell people what they're supposed to see when you push them. And now you'll see a star wipe. A brown star wipe. Okay, so we've showed... excuse me. We've showed our gray to the camera. And now I'm coming in with the primer on film. And this is another one of those shots where I'm going to prioritize filming this bit. And then I'll put the camera away and feed it back to the webcam in a more deliberate way. But yeah, just hitting these with our big old fat sticks round brush. Came out of a Princeton Select set. I think I paid $8 for it from the Princeton Art and Brush Co. Which their value packs are pretty phenomenal. I mean, they're golden Taklon synthetic brushes, so they're going to break down really quick, but they have a really nice tip. And at least for the first few models you paint with them, they work spectacularly. They are quite good. And they're cheap enough that, like, by the time that pack is dead, you just spend another $8 and there you go. Cobstar Knight 36 says a base. Yeah, where Our Lady is based. The base isn't painted, but she's indeed based. You know, I have no idea how to use that term. Just trying to be hip with the kids, you know? Oh my god. Honestly, this whole project has kind of turned into a shitty mess at every turn. I got a really funky paint job on her. I'm definitely not pleased with it, so I think perhaps the subtext of this episode will be something about that. Something about mitigating disappointment and powering through your disappointment in projects and learning to love what comes from the end result. You know, always looking for that little bit of wholesome ends to your projects. I think it's really important, and definitely something that the Country Fried Minis is kind of founded on, is trying to find that positivity. Those of you who are members of the Discord and the community know the silliness that goes on here, and the how tempers can get heated over subjects like clan tech and batch-alls and Zilbriggen. And by tempers, I mean my attitude about it. But no, we're here to paint happy little models and have fun with it. Who cares how it turns out? Slap some paint on it, have a learning experience, and smile as you go. And then show it off to your homies at the end. Oh my god, there's so much going on. Not keypads, stupid gloves. Individual keycaps, obviously not connected to anything. Oh my goodness. It's so thick. So thick.
Iron Elemental donated a $32.24 super chat. You accepted my bachelor. By streaming tonight, you won this trial of possession over this pocket money. You have brought great honor to your clan.
Yes. Clan Country Fried Minis. It doesn't quite work, does it? Also, thank you very much for the generous super chat, Iron Elemental. Yeah, amazing. I think that super chat right there covers the card I just bought today. Maybe even those paints. I just picked up the technical colors. It's like Spirit Stone Green, Waystone Blue. They're technical paints by Citadel. My client for this Wednesday's project has requested that I use them. I'm super stoked to try them out. I've heard good things about them. Lengthy drying times of bulk goop when you're... Yeah. Comstar Knight 36 says it's hard to power through disappointment in painting, but as my mech warrior says, nothing a few rotary autocannon 5 shots can't fix. Good lord, I can't English there. Yeah, I really do like rotary AC5s. I'm pretty sure the Jacob variant of the Uziel has a pair of rotary AC5s. Or was it the Jacob 2? One of those. What was that? The Sword and Wolf? Sword and Wolf starter book? I want to say that's what it was. They're Black Widows. Okay, so we got all that gray on the base, and you can see, like, it's definitely, like, spilling over. It's fine. Who cares? We'll fix it all up in the dry brush. We're going to put a bunch of cactus in between there. It'll be fine. I'd imagine a rotary AC5 would mix paint pretty smooth. Oh my god. You just put paints in the barrels of your rotary AC, and they're like big buckets, and they're spinning around like a centrifuge. Pretty good stuff. Okay. I think now we're going to hit these with a little bit of Nuln Oil, and that way we'll hit these with the Nuln Oil and then that with the Nuln Oil, and we're prepared to go into dry brushing from there. So, once again, let's get ready to show this to the camera. And I need to retape my boo-boo here. My boo-boo Band-Aid. Last night I was cooking. While attending TechNorTN stream, and I grabbed a open can. Oh, it's so thick. I love that video so much.
Comstar Knight 36 donated a $9.99 super chat. Comstar awards you the promised coupons for your lineage. We're sorry about the Amaris coup.
Oh no, an official communique from Comstar. Amazing. Also, thank you so much, Comstar, for the generous super chat. Every little bit, it helps tremendously and helps to ensure that this silly little channel keeps running forward with better and better equipment and better models and new paints and all them fun things. Yeah, thank you so much for your generous support. Load enough paint rounds in it and it would. I wonder, would there be a way to do, like, rules for training demos for your mechs, and you're firing marker rounds instead of live ammunition. I think that'd be absolutely fabulous. Maybe like the start of a RPG or something. Have your cadets doing some stuff. Man. Where is my gnome oil? It's in this mess somewhere. This is it, right? Gnome oil. Well, it's so thick.
Another Nate donated a $5 super chat. I just want to taste that gravy again with my eyeballs.
Drink it up with thine eyes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Another Nate. The generosity y'all are showing this evening is beyond incredible, and well appreciated. Yeah, I'm so glad y'all enjoy the content, and you're collectively such a blast to hang out with. Not just here on the stream, but in the Discord as well. If you're not a member of the Discord, come by, check it out, come hang out. Yeah, we get up to goofiness, and we stay up at ungodly hours. Also, celebrate their first super on a live stream. Congrats, Another Nate. You've paid to directly contribute to content. YouTube's giving you like balloons and stuff. Just says, just treat the damage as simulated until shite hits the mix. Ah, yes. I guess it's more a theater of mind thing, right? If you're playing with paint rounds, you could do a whole training cadre scenario and get your pilots ready to go, and maybe they get skills at a reduced rate as they train before they go into combat, or they show up for combat one day and it's live rounds, and it's actually enemies shooting at them instead of other stuff. Nightbot has come through with a factoid, and I think we've heard this one before, that Helen Keller was related to Robert E. Lee. Her paternal grandmother was second cousin with him. First time I done hit the super button. Yeah. It's really, I think super chats are really fun, a great way to contribute and have some chat interaction. I really wish there was a way to lower the price. There's like a minimum amount to get a minimum number of, or a lower level of characters. I want to say it's like $2 to do was it 50 characters or 20 characters? I would absolutely lower that to just a few cents. Oh my god. Oh my god. So
Iron Elemental donated a $10.75 super chat. We party time. YouTube's told me to celebrate this historical event. Congrats, Another Nate.
She said we. Oh my god, it's too much. It's too much. Thank you so much for the deep generosity. Incredible. It is very well appreciated. Anyhow, where am I? It'd be raining money. I swear, it is laying it on thick. Speaking of, it's so thick, it's being laid on thick. Under 50 characters is $2. Okay, yeah. I wish I could drop it down to like a penny per character or something. I think that would be more ideal. I am looking into I can't remember the name of it. There's some software there's a platform out there that people use on Twitch, and they cash in their channel points to do like soundboard stuff, and they have a system where you can basically buy points to spend on the soundboard, or watch the stream with a browser extension, I think, and it basically kind of creates the same deal that that Twitch does with the channel points. I will stay on the lookout for more fun ways to interact with chat. I as those of you who know the community and are Discord members and Hangout, you know all about how I feel about community generated content. And yeah, I think I've said it before. I may be the face of Country Fried Minis, but y'all are Country Fried Minis. Oh my god. It's so thick.
Comstar Knight 36 donated a $1.99 super chat. My RAC5s go BRERERT.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Now, why did she go we, and then she goes BRERE? Jesus. Howdy, Spencer. Good. Hey, yo, indeed. If those of you in the chat are unaware, Mr. Spencer Good does a little bit of streaming here on the YouTubes as well. What's your channel name now? 9 or Sod9? I did a post in the Discord. He's been playing through some Tarkov, and I have been enjoying it immensely. It does look like a hella fun game. So yeah, consider checking it out if you wanna see some Tarkov action. I'm dying LMF. Yes. Oh, I put in 10, but it said it's $1.99. Dang it. Yeah, no, you delivered the point exactly as it should have been. The cactus are power. Yeah, the cactus are power indeed. Also, welcome Char's Fist. It's this channel. Yeah, Sod9 right there. Thank you. Yeah, y'all check it out if you're into some video game streams. Been doing some scav runs and stuff. Also, I don't know if he's still here, but those of y'all who are familiar with my buddy TechnoRTN, who's been back with some triumphant old game returns in YouTube Fidelity. So keep an eye out. If you're not a member of the Discord, watch out there. We got some fun streams. So the content is varied and all over the place. Good fun stuff. Had to swap. Thank you for shout out, homie. Yeah, absolutely. That hurt. Thanks, Comstar. Yes indeed. Yeah, if any of y'all end up clipping stuff, feel free to DM me with it. We'll see about getting it made into shorts. I've been having a blast with the shorts lately. With not the shorts, the clips. It's not quite the same functionality as Twitch has. Or I guess it's just about the same functionality. It's a little more clunky to get it done. But well, you know, YouTube has content that persists longer than VODs on Twitch would. The sound effect is worth the short. Yes, that sound effect. I agree. I mean, if none of y'all do it, I'll end up doing it myself. That was glorious. There are moments when text to speech creates some really fun stuff. I'm reminded of what was that game? There were all the videos about Moonbase Alpha, and that game had text-to-speech chat. So people really mucked around with it. I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Yeah, exactly. John Madden. Yes. Yes. Yes, indeed. John Madden. Man, that's throwing it way back. I actually, I was playing a lot of Minecraft in that era, and my server had has a machine in the world spawn chunks, so it runs no matter where you're at, and just every now and then, it's on this random loop, and it puts out to the chat, John Madden, exclamation point. That was absolutely in homage and reference to Moonbase Alpha, a game I never played. I would say it looks like it would have been hella fun, but actually, it looks like it would have been god-awful. Really bad game with bad mechanics and a fun text-to-speech. Alright. Null oil progress. We're gonna get a little shade on these little plants and rocks, and I'm hoping by the time we get through that the first ones will be ready. Happy birthday, John Madden. Yes. God, I might have to dig up some Moonbase Alpha videos and post them for y'all over on the Discord. It's a fun place. It's a silly place. As silly as Camelot. Alright. See if I can't get a close-up shot on one of these, at least. Let's try that. Let me close this, and then we'll pop back open the Brio controls, and we'll come in real close. I want to see if I can show y'all this instant shading effect and try to demonstrate exactly why the Null Oil is called Liquid Talent. Let me try to hold it right there. Come on, focus. Alright, so you see we got really tiny details, but they're raised. We're just going to take our Null Oil straight. Focus, focus, friend. And just bloom. Hit it with that. And it's just going to wrap around all those little details and create some instant shadows. I mean, that's a little thick. That's a little pooled. Let's do it again on the back. And we're going to accentuate this here in a bit when the oil, when the wash dries. Hit it with a little bit of a dry brush and go over top with a translucent color and treat them like a slap chop. Link in share space. Yeah, I think I clipped good. Hell yeah. Moonbase Alpha was a fantastic game. I mean, was the game good, or were the experiences you had with your friends good? Because I dare say it's all it had going for it was a platform for silliness. Not to poo-poo it. I mean, I never played it, but from what I can see, it looks like it maybe wasn't a great game, but had some great features. Hey, Nightbot has dropped a link in the chat to remind folks to come on over to the Country Fried Discord and share your work. Link in the chat. If you're catching this via the algorithm and aren't already over there, consider coming on through. We have some fun folks and some really talented individuals who I mean, at times put what I'm doing to shame. Plus, we hang out in voice chats, play video games, have fun inside jokes that pop up in the videos. Consider joining, becoming a part of the Country Fried community. All right. What am I doing here? I think I'm gonna try to make a little room and fold this in half. Yeah, there we go. And I'll do a little filming of working on the base too. I think. Oh. Yes. All right. I'm going to get our less on her base. It is so thick.
Comstar Knight 36 donated a $9.99 super chat. The urban mech goes shirshireriria vavavoom shirirereri and charger goes wow 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 wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's accurate. I think charger does go wow 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 wow. Also, thank you immensely, Comstar Knight. Your generosity is so well appreciated. Every bit that y'all have given have made this all the more realistic for me to consider doing this work and dumping more time and effort into it and money back into the community and improving stuff. I've got a fun project planned for the future. I'll do an announcement about it here in the Discord sometime soon. I think I'd announce it publicly, but it's not necessarily for the public. It's for y'all. It's for this Country Fried Minis community. So if you want to check out the secret and the opportunity to get in on something real fun, again, Country Fried Minis Discord. Come on over. We're a silly bunch. All right. Let me try to get this in focus here. Just doing some ink washing. I'll wash up these little bits of gray we done put down. And I think these should be the most of the cactuses should be dry by the time I get done with all this here. We just have a few steps left on this lady. And this project will be done, and we'll start work on this project. Do a few workflow live streams. I'm aiming to get this video out. Let me think. What's the time zone? 6 a.m. Friday morning Eastern Standard Time. 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is what I'm aiming for. We might push it back a little bit, but I'm not 100% on that, but it's coming soon. Coming real soon. We're going to blast through this. I've been in talks with my collaborator to find a good time to release it, so we time it together. And it should be fun. It should be really fun. And of course, as always, Titania's coming. She just a little more delayed. Comstar Knight says the experience is Moonbase Alpha, but the game itself was doo-doo. Ah, yeah. See, that's what I suspected. And it's wild to think about, like... I kind of feel that way about... What's that game out right now that everybody's playing? Lethal Company? That actually looks like a shit garbage game. But people are having fun and doing fun things with it. This is a whole new level of shit posting. You ain't kidding, Iron Elemental. Welcome Emery says, trying to get AI to draw surly, lush Ray Skywalker mowing a suburban front lawn for a case of beer with a weird space push mower. Oh my god. Emery, if you haven't checked it out, my chat here is not live. There we go. If you've seen it before, if you haven't seen it before, there's a stable diffusion build called Focus with 3 O's. You can download to your own machine, and it's really neat in that you can kind of train it up. I have it linked. I have a pinned comment in the Discord on the AI generation section over on Country Fried Minis. I did some silly stuff with an urban mech, trying to make a sexy urban mech and kept feeding images back into it. The fun thing that it has is you can do an image prompt and feed it up to 4 images and then weight them to get the results you want, or get it to like reimagine some things. Even if you do like a really rough, shitty Photoshop, you can feed it in and have it regenerate it. Okay, I done posting cringe. Oh, cringe is where it's at. See, it's funny. It's funny that y'all get it. Y'all understand. I post that the model is based, but it's actually cringe. It is nothing but cringe here. We keep it cringe. Reminds me of was that Adam Sandler film where he's like, "You're not cool unless you pee your pants," because the kid peed his pants on the bus. Is that Billy Madison? All right, these look mostly dry. See if I can't zoom in on them. These look mostly dry. Let's go full screen. There's a few of them that are still like a little bit juicy. So we're gonna find the juicy ones and kind of set them off to the side. That one's juicy. This one's not juicy. Let's try to get this in frame. This one's a little juicy. Not too bad. We're just about there with most of them. Okay, I'll zoom back out. And we should be able to do like it doesn't even need to be like a super light dry brush. We can overbrush them. These are not the focal point of the model. Set the juicy ones with the juicy side up. And heck, I bet by the time we're done sorting these and pouring out the white paint, we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. It is so thick.
Emery Calamé donated a $5 super chat. Shu Babbage Ruga Paluti Slip Sabotage Shadow Wobber Dribble Dip Dip Packer Whacker Bim Val Verpaduga.
That was a good one. That was a really good one. Thank you so much for your generous support there, Emery, as well. Let's see. Shoe Babbage Ruga Paluti Slip Sabotage Shadow Wabba Dribble Dip Dip Packa Wacka Bim Val Verpaduga. That was good. That was really good. A level of I do think we have hit peak shit posting tonight. Also, thank y'all so much for your generosity and your belief in this little channel. I am intent to push this channel as far as I can go and keep on with the silliness and keep on with the content and keep on with the fun times. We're a community, a country fried community. Why did I get this out? I got this out to do White Scar. Yeah. It's got the shaker ball in it. Nightbot comes out with another factoid for y'all tonight, claiming that the voice of Stargazer in Mass Effect 3 was done by Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin. I can't words, y'all. Okay. I must confess, I have not played any of the Mass Effect games. None of them. Alright, so we get our White Scar Citadel layer paint out. which I'm usually not a huge fan of using. White paint, where I can avoid using it, I avoid using it, and instead use my Liquitex ink. Those of y'all who know the content know I love this stuff. This is a good lad. But in this case, we're going to be doing a little dry brushing, so the paint is a little better than the ink. The ink's just too juicy, and doesn't perform like I really want it to for paint, or for dry brushing. The paint's just better for it. Okay, so we're going to get out the camera, as always, and we're going to show our white scar to it, and then we're going to stick it down on our wobbly pink mound and let it go. Oh, that's a good one. I tell you, this does really fun stuff with the frame rate. But yeah, let's get that going. And what I need to do now is to, I guess, keep filming. We'll move this off and then put this on. And put a whole bunch of this stuff on on our wet palette. And then I've got a decent brush here, surely, that I can use for this. I'm a little worried that my dry brush, it still has a bunch of yellow caked in it from before. But we can do this. We can do this. Ooh. I see that I'm getting some fun mechs to check out later. I'm definitely excited to see that. Alright, so our dry brush is still a little yellow. And actually, this is fine. We're about to hit these with green anyways. Yellow's fine. I don't think it's going to bother it too much. So for that, let's get out a cleaning towel. Let's get out some white paint that is immediately drank up, and hit these funky little things with our giant dry brush, which is way too big, comically too big for this, and just a very light hit of it. Doesn't need to be perfect. Don't even care. Just get some paint on them. Good enough is good enough. We're going to go down the line, hit them with a little bit of white on the tips, which is going to accentuate the contrast when we hit them with the whatchamacallit, the green translucent stuff. And if anything, like I said, the yellow will accentuate it. Will accentuate the green. A little bit of an energy shift there on the track change, but that's fine. I like this one. I like this one. I wonder if you could give that pink shaker a tattoo. I think that it is... I think the material is a little too weak for it, honestly. But I bet a higher end one that's not so cheap would probably be tattooable. That'd be kind of funny. I mean, you do raise a pretty good point in that, like, I would really love to find ways to do more hobby stuff with the tattoo art. It's kind of a career that got away from me. Tattoo Jigglypuff on the mat. Oh man, that's such a good idea. Wet palette. I don't get that one, Emery. I don't get it. Wet palette. Y'all, I think I'm dumb sometimes. I might be dumb. And let me just tell you, it's okay to be it's okay to be dumb, because I'm dumb. Oh yeah, dry brushing. Oh, it's so good. Jason says, "Love me some dry brushing." Yeah, I've seen your dry brush work, and it shows. It shows. In fact, not to put your business out there, but through your hands, the first official Country Fried Minis themed mech has been painted. Thinking of doing something fun with that theme. Maybe some kind of community-driven paint-up to feature in an upcoming video. Okay, so this is putting off a lot of yellow from last time, unfortunately. That's fine. Whatever. This is still way too laden with paint, too. Let's take a second to put out a little more. This experience I'm having right now with this gigantic makeup brush and this tiny little cactus is a reminder that I should maybe invest in some good dry brushes. Silicone, it should do fine. It'll burn out first. I could maybe go inside out and do a test on the inside. That it would be kind of fun to get a Jigglypuff on there. It's okay. Atlas is used to it. Yeah. Emery says rocks can be yellow. Yeah, rocks can be yellow. It's fine. And I'm pretty sure these rocks are definitely going to get coated with some of the next color. I'm going to hit it with some I can't find the color up here. It is Scrag Brown, or maybe Xandri Dust. One of those like deserty colors to go with the cactus. Get that like desert feel on my crazed dragon summoner lady. It's so funny to me too that the official artwork for this dragon summoner is like a well done, smoothly highlighted kind of pinup, and mine is this chalky skinned insane person with madness in her eyes, the world's pinkest pink fingernails and toenails, and a toe ring on. And who's ever heard of a yellow dragon? You know, actually, it's a yellow dragon. It'll tie in the little bit of yellow that ended up on the rocks and cacti. Especially because it's the exact same yellow from last session. Alright. Let's keep this dry brushing going. I'm actually struggling with this white scar. At some point along the way, my white scar got really, really dried out, and I reconstituted it with some water and a little bit of medium, and it's actually like, it's a little thin. It's almost like trying to dry brush with that ink wash. But you know, it's working. It's fine. These are base accoutrements anyways. Like, if you're focused on these and really heavily scrutinizing the basing details, then the model's been painted wrong. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, I hope y'all can see alright. Because I'm just flying through these at this point, trying not to spend too much time on them. because I would like to finish this model in its entirety. At least except for the we'll get all the way up to the varnish coat, because that takes time and I don't really want to do that on stream. If by some chance we get like 99% done in 2.5 hours, I will varnish coat it, else I'll do it off stream and post pictures of the final thing. But we're gonna get this lady done tonight. The dragons aren't even there, they're in her head. Yes, exactly. See, that's how it works here at Gaslight Minis. I mean Country Fried Minis. That's why you guys have the Yellowstone part. We have Yellow Snow Park. Ah, yes. Yes. You should always taste the yellow snow. I mean, don't eat the yellow snow. I mean, maybe eat the yellow snow. Something like that. It's one or the other. You have to suss it out yourself. Oh, what's this? Wow. Wow.
バンダルノワールジョインズ・ザ・ステーキ・ビスケッツ。コムダー・シェパード・ハズ・ビーン・イン・ザ・ステーキ・ビスケッツ・フォー・スリーマンズ。
Whoa. We never see these.
MTTW ジョインズ・ザ・ステーキ・ビスケッツ。バルゴラ・ハズ・ビーン・イン・ザ・ステーキ・ビスケッツ・フォー・ツーマンズ。エメリー・カラメ・ハズ・ビーン・イン・ザ・ステーキ・ビスケッツ・フォー・スリーマンズ。
Okay, so first off, thank you so much for spreading the love of the Country Fried Biscuits. For what it's worth, I think there's an option somewhere in your YouTube settings to be able to accept gifts. I don't know exactly how it prioritizes it to people. And those are fun. So the way I've got it set up is that when someone joins for the first time, they get an animation where the biscuits are coming out of the oven, and then if you have been a previous member and re-up your membership or receive a gifted membership, it'll tell you how many months you've been in here. I allowed the gifts. Same. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. In fact, let's just do this. Wait, no. We want to, how do I pull back this thing again? Live chat. And then we do this right here. And I'm going to take a bit. Hit this button. And if this would go. And then we do this right here. How do I operate this thing? Oh my God, I struggle so much with technology, y'all. I'm gonna give back. Yeah. I'm gonna give back some of that right back to the community. Y'all's generosity floating right back on y'all selves. That should go. Yeah. 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 There it goes. Welcome, biscuits.
トムガーサイドジョインズ・ザ・ステーキ・ビスケッツ。コムスターナイト36ジョインズ・ザ・ステーキ・ビスケッツ。
コムスターナイト36。
ジェイソン・スミスジョインズ・ザ・ステーキ・ビスケッツ。
Amazing.
Finished Fink joins the steak biscuits.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I can't let y'all give so much without giving just a little bit of it back at you. Fun stuff. Really cool to see all that in the chat this time around. I haven't quite figured out all the stuff that Stream Elements can do, but it's really fun. So, Biscuit membership for as little as $1 a month. No pressure to keep up the steak biscuit tiers. But for as little as $1 a month, you get a fun little Country Fried Minis badge next to your name, and you have access to biscuit-based emojis in the chat. And then as the channel grows, we'll do some member stuff. The biggest thing is about being a member is, along with the patrons, you get priority consideration when we do some community-based streaming in the future. I want to do some TTRPG stuff and get people in on it. Maybe a little bit of Dungeon Crawl Classics and stuff. Also, like, wow! Thank y'all so much tonight. The generosity is absolutely overwhelming. It makes me want to try twice as hard as I'm doing already, and bring y'all more crazy, fun stuff. Just wacky experiences and streams and videos and giveaways. And as always, anything that's given will go right back into the community. I mean, obviously, rent is like part of the expenses of running this, you know. So that, and like sandwiches, although I guess I can't legally eat sandwiches, as we discovered on the last stream, because a sandwich is legally a certain amount of meat. But yeah, at least a significant portion of those donations go right back into the community, making it better. Better equipment, more models, more paints, fun stuff, fun projects. Yeah. Nothing but love to y'all. Holy moly. All right. So, we have now managed to dry brush all this fun stuff with our yellowy whitey mixture. And I think the next step to keep this a-going is going to be to do a little bit of green. And I'm kind of thinking... Appreciate it, Commander. A biscuit commander. I'm imagining like a crazy, a crazed veteran who's in his like 90s, pulling a pan of biscuits out of the oven and giving them orders, marching orders. Biscuits for everybody. Yeah, I love the biscuit emojis. For what it's worth, I'm pretty sure all of those biscuits are actually pictures of McDonald's biscuits, which are not they're not the best fast food biscuits. That would have to be Hardee's. But hell yeah. All right. So, next on the agenda, we need to make our cacti green. And I'm thinking we can do a mix of our Daler Rowney green ink and a little bit of the contrast medium. And then we can do some of them in... We'll do some in this warpstone green, or warp lightning, excuse me. We'll do some this color, and then some this color, and get a little bit of variation between them. I also have Nazdrag yellow, which I can mix a little bit of that. And then I also have... Where's it at? I also have a green up here. There it is. I have speed paint orc skin. So let's actually let's do a little testing. I mean, you, the Country Fried Merc Commander. Yeah. Country Fried Merc Commander. I kind of think of myself as intel and coordination. No, I'm a PR person. Again, that like this community is y'all. I am merely the face of the projects. Okay, let's test out a little bit of warp lightning and see how that looks. I think I can zoom in on it. Where is my Brio controls? Let's get in on this. Where are we going? Right here. Right there. All right, so this is going to be our GW warp lightning. If I full screen this, I can actually see what I'm doing. So this is what our warp lightning's kind of looking like. Our warp lightning's got like a greeny yellowy. I think it's a little fried from the sharpness being really high. It's actually more in a cool. It's less yellow than what I'm seeing on the readout there. Okay, that's our warp lightning. And then we've got orc skin, and let's give those a side by side and see which one works a little better here. So we've got our warp lightning, and then we've got our orc skin, and honestly those are almost indistinguishable from each other, really. I'm also noticing that they are not quite right here. You know, I bet I can fix that. Let's do some image adjustments. Let's find my... I guess it's just the white balance doing that. Let's turn that off and try to... It's getting real blue there. Man, it is really hard to do get the camera settings right. How about we're just gonna leave it there. It's very unfortunate that y'all are seeing that so yellow. These are definitely way more green than the yellow. I'll get it dialed in eventually. Unfortunately, I don't know as much about cameras as I should, given that I've taken 2 photography classes now. Kermit green. Yeah, I kind of wish I had a proper Kermit green color. They're definitely not as yellow as they're showing up on the stream. And then we'll do one more color test here. Commanders usually handle logistics coordination of missions, so I'm not seeing how you're... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Excuse me, I'm not super versed in any bit of military structure, which is funny because now that I'm older and playing Battletech, I'm a little more interested in kind of learning some of that stuff for Battletech purposes, at least. Yeah, so we got our 3 greens. This one is definitely kind of showing up the color we want. I think what we're gonna do is use the warp lightning and the Dalarowny FW ink and make a nice green for our cactus. So let's do that, and let's film that. That's why you have a... Yeah, exactly. Oh, so much more knowledge between us. Country Fried community. It's still just like... I know I say it over and over and over, but like it is truly humbling and truly mind-blowing that this community is springing up, and there's such collective input and enthusiasm for not only the content but the participation in the group, and it's awesome. I'm really appreciative. It means the world to me. Okay, so enough of that sappy nonsense. Let's start doing a little work here. We're gonna get our FW ink. I'm gonna do that again without the brush in my hands, and we're gonna take, I don't know, 2 drops, and then we're gonna take our contrast medium, and we're gonna get a pipette and suck up some of this here goo, and oh yeah, put some of the goo in that green, and we're gonna make a contrast paint out of these inks. Clean out my pipette and find my 6 brush. There we go, and mix this stuff up, and now we immediately have this really thin, like translucent green, but it's like a neon-y green kind of color. We're gonna start painting our cactuses. We're gonna grab them just at random. How about this one first? You first, little cactus. We're just gonna put the stuff right over top of it. Make our cactus green. Green cactus. That's all that's going into it. Here, let me zoom in on one. Where's my Brio controls? Let's do it about right there. How about halfway? And I'll go full screen so I can see what I'm doing. Let's grab this one right here. Split focus. It's trying. There we go. So we're gonna grab our green. It don't want to. Let's move this out the way. We'll get our green. That's really frustrating. What about a tan background? About now. That's a little better. Okay. Damn, this trick works. Okay. Maybe not. This stuff is still a little bit inky. More than contrasty. So I could probably put a little more medium in it, but I really don't care. It's good enough. We're going to get it bright green. Bright green translucent color over top. Get it soaking on. Good enough. Like a pale, sickly, bright green. And we'll do a few of those. And we'll do about half of them in this color, and then we're gonna go to the other funky tone. Shifting hue. Going back in my pocket while I finish out this shift. Oh my goodness. Hanging out while you're working. I'm honored. Ain't nothing like enjoying content while getting other stuff done. It's actually part of why I've really been enjoying streams lately. Never was really hip on streams and watching streams. But lately, when you got stuff you're doing, painting on a project or editing something or drafting emails, whatever you got to do, it's kind of awesome to catch a stream and distract yourself every now and then and look up and see what's going on and talk shit at the creator. title is Grand Falcon Coordination and Facilitation Engineer. Yeah, for Cat's Cradle by Cart Vonnegut. Shifty Q Grand Falloon Coordination and Facilitation Engineer. For Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. I'm not familiar with that. I am not a super worldly man. The focus is jumping all over the place. Yeah, it's insane. I wish it would get dialed in. I haven't quite figured out the best way to handle it. And I think it's made us all the worse because I'm trying to do such a little piece here. One solution is definitely to manually adjust it. I'm just hoping that once the image is bigger, once it's a 4K image, I can get a little more control over it, have it work a little more stably. Because right now it's a 4K camera that is throttled by the speed of my USB ports, which really sucks. But what do you do? What do you roll with it? That's all I can do, unfortunately. Am I surprised that the solution I looked up came with a bunch of problems? No, not at all. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it? Why would anything work as the hype men say it will? Makes no sense. Okay. So we're gonna do, how many more of these are there? I've got 4 here. Got 4 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do one more of these in the super bright green. I think maybe one of these barrel-y lads right here. Barrel cactus fellers. And you're moving around, which messes with the... Yeah, exactly. Grand Falloon is a proud and meaningless collection of humans. Ah, yes. I think I'll call that retirement home around here. Yes. Isn't Grand Fallon a boss in Castlevania Symphony of the Night? Symphony of the Night. I said sympathy of the night. I have sympathy for the night. He gets interrupted by loud traffic all the time. All right, so we got... How did I miscount this so bad? We need to do one more of these in the bright green. How about you? Just get it green. Get it green. Just green it up. It's fine. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to switch over to, I think, well, for one, we're going to stop that. We're going to switch over to our orc skin speed paint. And this should go a little better than that last color. And we're going to hit up the rest of these here cactus lads. With our warp lightning contrast paint. Just get them green. Just want them green. Nice and green. Green, green, green. And I think after we get them green, there's a few flowers we want to do pink. So that's next. But we just want these green. Green, green, green. Green them up. I should have thinned out this warp light or this orc flesh now that I'm putting it on, but it's fine. Whatever. It's a base accent. Who cares? They don't gotta be perfect. This ain't a display piece. And I'm also following that logic of like the base is detracting from. If the base is detracting from the figure, you're putting too much effort on the base. All right. One by one. Green. Green, green, green. I think we're even going to dry brush these again. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. We're going to dry brush them with like a yellow. Since we lost some of that yellowy goodness that I was so worried about before. It's an alternate name for the Legion, the monster made of stuck together corpses. I'm thinking of who's the boss in Dark Souls made of all the bones? Nito? And for that matter, was that Dark Souls 1 or 2? I can't remember. It's crazy. I missed out on the end of Dark Souls 1 because I got to the bed of chaos in Dark Souls 1 and just could not beat it. It wasn't happening. And eventually I turned off the machine and never played it again. Though now I own a copy on the computer. And I think it'd be Nito. Yes, Nito. That is correct. That's who I'm thinking of when you say stuck together corpses. I wonder, did they do a miniature for him for the board game? I can't remember. I know they did the Gaping Dragon, which I would like to add to my collection, but honestly, I don't really have the friends group to play the Dark Souls board game. Kind of one of those games that you play the one time, and unless you're really into Dark Souls, that's it. That's all you're going to do with it. It's a neat game, but I invested heavily in it, and it's just wasted shelf real estate at this point. Eventually, some content for the channel, I guess. Alright. We're just about done getting all these little cactuses green. Yep, there we go. I think we want to let them dry while we do a little more dry brushing of a different color. And I think I need to get a different dry brush. Maybe not. That'll be fine. I'm about to grind some like dusty color into my dry brush. And I'm worried it might affect the outcome on the cactus, but whatever. It'll be fine. Nightbot is coming through with another factoid saying when cellophane was invented in 1908, it was originally intended to be used to protect tablecloths from wine spills. Huh. I'm imagining a tablecloth just covered in cellophane now. Okay, let's do Xandri Dust, I think. I think Xandri Dust is a good color to kind of turn this base into a nice dusty deserty base. And I have my Ushtabi bone as well. So yeah, we're going to show this to the camera. We're going to stop the camera and stir this paint because it is completely separated out. See if I can't show this to you. Not always about playing a game. Sometimes it's about having a cool moment. Yeah. Another Nate says, now time to drive home. Well, I am honored that you would consider hanging out on this silly little stream during work hours. Amazing. I hope that this silly place has contributed to your getting through the end of your shift with a smile on your face. Alright, this is really separated out. It's starting to come back. I think I'm about to commit another ball to this. Let's get my little thingamabobs up. For what it's worth, this Onilab MX Mini Vortex mixer came with 120 stainless steel mixing balls. It was the whole shebang was $30. And I'm kind of coming around on it. I think they are indeed a useful tool to have in your arsenal. Like, you can shake things up, yes, but this goes a little above and beyond. Now, this paint is really thick. It's a base layer. I don't like how thick it is, so I think what I'm going to do is add a drop of matte medium into it. One drop. One fat drop. And then we're going to add, like, I don't know, 2 drops of water. Bink and bonk. Just thin it out the tiniest bit. Driving home for Christmas. Crimbus is a state of mind, not a time of year. And now I'm imagining the pinkest pink is a weathering pigment. Oh, interesting. You could use it in what's that Southeast Asian Indian holiday? I don't remember where it's at. Where they do the paint powder everywhere. It's like Holi or something. I can't remember. You could do a scene like that. Oh yeah. Oh yes. 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 It's so stupid. Oh my god, my computer's very unhappy. Please go back to normal. It is very slow to operate. Oh my goodness, come on now. Go back. Go back. What is happening? Why, you know. Did it actually go that time? Yeah, there we go. Could be dust in a ruined candy factory. Kind of specific though. Well, isn't that what like dioramas are about? Doing the fun stuff. Fun, silly vignettes of moments. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Alright. We're gonna do some Xandri dust. We're gonna record it as well. I was a little worried about using the same dry brush, but who cares? Whatevers. It's fine. Ooh, I like this track. I like the feel it's bringing. Alright, so we're going to show our Xandri dust to the camera. I'm going to put a big old dollop of it out. Oh my god, this Xandri dust is just coating all the surfaces on the inside of this container. Instead, okay, there it goes. Alright. They had that game in my game store, but apparently they don't have the wheel skeletons, which is all I want. Oh, that's... Yeah. They do have some fun models. They've got the mushroom guys. They've got the killer hedges, like the thorn people. I liked it. It's a good game. I think it could get a little boring for people, potentially. If you like Dark Souls, I think the board game does a really good job of encapsulating the Dark Souls experience. It is... The expansions have a purpose. Like, you get a fair amount in the base game, but if you enjoy it and you want to play it more, it's nice to have the extra expansions. Plus, the Iron Keep expansion came with different map tiles, which is really nice. I did basically all the expansions except for any of the mega bosses, and I haven't added one yet. I'm a little torn between adding, doing the Gaping Dragon or the Asylum Demon. The Asylum Demon looks hella fun. And plus, I love his chunkiness. It's just such a silly lad. Anyhow. I don't have necessarily a positive opinion of the game. Let me put it that way. I think it could definitely be... I think it could be a bad game to some people. Pretty much everyone in my friend group, with a few exceptions, found it kind of boring and not worth playing again. Which really sucks, because I'd love to play it again and like do a campaign with it. Plus, I invested a lot into those models, but that's fine, because those models will turn into some content eventually here on the channel. We all went out to eat at Red Lobster because Pep had a coupon. Yes. Davey died and Winterman stopped coming and people stopped leaving stuff out for him. Oh, man. Yeah, I know those accents. I definitely, I've had friends who have Meemaw. My great-grandparents were Mamaw and Papaw. That was my grandmother's parents, which I'm very, very lucky to have got to spend time with them when I was a kid. Okay, so we're going to work in some of the Sandry dust. We're trying to focus it on the Sterling mud areas without hitting the dragon, without hitting our dragon summoner. Just making it, you know, dustying things up. Ideally, I'd like to not get it all over the rocks we did. And in hindsight, I maybe should have done this before gluing on the cork. Well, actually, that's not possible because I glued the cork into the wet Sterling mud, so I couldn't have done that. Maybe I should be doing this with a smaller brush, perhaps. But hey, whatever. Good enough is good enough. Let's make it good enough. Get this thing done. Get this project behind us and a new project a-rolling. I have something fun in the works for 1,000 subs celebration. Those of y'all who are Discord regulars know all about it. I was hoping that silly project would take so long to come around that y'all'd forget about it before I did it, but well, we hit 1,000 subs, y'all. We hit 1,000 subs. And speaking of 1,000 subs, not 1,000 suns, 1,000 subs. And now that I am here and am a, was it called? AdSense affiliate. I have the option to put ads on the content. And I have been really wrestling with the idea of putting ads on the content. I know it's a potential avenue, a potential revenue stream. But like, I hate ads. Like, I watch content when I'm lying in bed on my phone that doesn't have ad block. And some of the ads they're painful to sit there through them. And I really don't want to inflict that on y'all. So, I want to take this moment to underscore, like, how humbly appreciative I am of the support of channel memberships and the patrons and the super chats, all that stuff. It is really awesome and super generous and well appreciated that y'all give so much. And I think given the amount of love that this community has given to the content and the production therein, I would like to continue to not do ads. And I think that's the best choice for the channel. So that leads me to my next point, especially if you have found this via the algorithm and are watching back through this fun little stream here. Consider joining up over on patreon.com. Link might be in the description. You can check it at countryfriedminis.com or just patreon.com/countryfriedminis. It's a great way to support the channel. Channel memberships are an option as well. For as little as $1 a month, you can have access to biscuit-based emojis, fun little badge next to your name, all that stuff. But really, the best way to support the channel is just to like and watch the content. And thank all y'all for being here tonight. Really, really fun to hang with you and chat. Magnus did nothing wrong. Yeah, Magnus did nothing wrong. I'm inclined to agree with that. I do like the 1,000 Suns, although I was always a Nurgle guy. My second army for 40k, way back in like, I want to say 2003. I played Death Guard. I enjoyed the Death Guard immensely. I love the farty stinky boys and their rusty nastiness. Anyhow, we just finished with our Xandri dust, and now I'm going to come in with a smaller, more controllable brush and try to put this here Ishtabi bone all around on the dirt surface. Make it nice and dusty. Especially pushing it in the cracks here where the big brush couldn't really hit. It's fine if we get a little on the rocks. The gray it's fine. It'll blend this stuff into it. Get that dusty, arid feel to this environ. Where are we sitting at? Hour 56 minutes. Okay, we're making good time. What's next after this? We're gonna dry brush all them greeny boys. I think is next after this. Get our Ishitabi bone all over this here thing. I think it's coming along. Model's a little funky, not gonna lie. I think I dropped the ball with some of my decisions on the colors and the layers, but it's fine. Again, I think that'll be part of the feature. Talking about that will be part of the feature. Living with the decisions and being okay with it. I think she looks all right. Decent. We'll do some HD shots on the Discord. So for that, who's next? We're gonna do a green yellow. Yeah. Let's do a green yellow for all our little cactusy lads. So next, we're gonna show phalanx yellow to the camera. Find that dry brush I just set down. There it is. Looks great. Well, thanks. It's coming along. I'm pleased with the layering on this model. I'm pleased with how we've hit somewhere in between like a tabletop quality, like above tabletop situation. I see that I got a little pink on her waist there I need to fix. I'm not pleased with the color palette on the skin, and I wish I would have gone I don't know, maybe a blue dragon instead of a red, but it's a classic red dragon, and I'm pretty sure that this model that's included with her base is the young red dragon from Reaper. Emery says, my problem with 40k is Chaos Marine spent 200 years working with the Imperium, 7 years fighting, and about 10,000 years killing each other in space hell. And yet they're all upset about the 7 years. Yeah, exactly. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I kind of like... I just like that Nurgle is like... kind of party time silliness, and that whole vibe really evoked my idea of the late 90s, early aughts, right before 40k kind of lost its soul entirely. It still had vestiges of those like mid 90s colors and fun goofiness. I remember the 3rd edition Orc Codex still had like conversion guides in it, kit bashing guides. They actively wanted you to make your hobby your own, unlike what it's become, this corporate giant that exists to eat your wallet and nothing more. Really sucks. Zoom in on the face. Oh yeah. What if you ain't seen this so far? It's she's silly. I also kind of screwed up. One of my washes created a bubble in her eye, in the corner, and I have not been able to mitigate that. But she's got this like. She's got this really intense stare going on. Alright, come on, all the way in. See if I can get it to focus. Oh no. Part of the problem is I've had to really crank up the sharpness on this camera to get it to stop being so unfocused. Let me see if I I might be able to come out with the focus some and decrease the field of view. We might get a better result there. She's wild looking. Like literally wild looking. No, I don't know what's going on with the camera tonight. It looks really it's doing some weird stuff. It's very it's very grainy. We got a lot of noise in the signal. How about that? Yeah, it's wild that it's almost like posterized. You know what? I'm scared if I unplug the thing and plug it back in, it's gonna fuck everything up. Image adjustments. Let's just try to come down with the sharpness. Let's take this back to default settings. Full screen preview. Yeah, see, it's like, it's really softening things out. This camera, you see how it don't want to focus? Is an issue that folks have noticed about this camera specifically. Let me try to zoom in on it. How is that now? Oh my god, it looks so wild zoomed in like this. These models were never meant to be seen this close. Yeah. Oh. What a mess. What an absolute mess. What an absolute mess. Alright, let's come back out with the zoom. Yeah, I'm anxious to get this camera situation worked out. Ludas and Defscale. Yeah, exactly. I did a lot of kit bashing with my 40K nights. Then I saw my bank account. Oh, I can't imagine. Perfectly in focus every time. Yeah. She looks like she's using her spare glass eye. It's like viewing this model here, this size, and then here, this size, are two different experiences. Let me tell you. What a mess. Here, let's see. Can I leave this in the... No. See, I have to crank the sharpness. It's a very interesting issue. Let's do this. Let's do sharpness. Let's deep fry it. Bam. Get it going again. Full screen projector preview. Did it fix it? Are you going to focus for me? Yeah, I mean, kinda. Anyhow. Alright. Where are we sitting at time-wise? Because the fun stuff happens here in like 10 minutes. I've been working on something silly at with the help of a community member. Okay, recording. We're gonna get our like greeny, yellowy greeny color going on. A mix of moot green and yellow. And we're gonna use this like more green, more yellow color to do some more and hit these barely boys. And focus it towards the top. Boom. Good enough. That's it. Next. A little bit of this greeny yellowy color. Wipe most of it away. Dry brush. Y'all probably can't see a damn bit of that. That's fine. We're just powering through it anyways. Do a little dry brush there. A little dry brush here. Add some more moot green to it. Get our yellowy dry brush going on. Pick out details with it. Done. Move on down the line. Fast, 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 fast. Get it done. Next one. I'm done and I'm on to the next one. Done, I'm done. Long stream, fella. Yeah, it's a long stream. I go for 3 hours, my brother. I have done longer ones in the past, but they wear me out. So I need to keep it to this happy medium length of 3 hours. Can you play with the contrast and f-stop? Smaller aperture can increase the depth of field. I don't think I have control over the f-stop. I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly how to fix some of the problems. It is quite unfortunate to have done all this research about this here specific camera and then find out it has issues with focus. Evidently this camera works really, really well as a webcam. As a point it at a face and talk in zoom. And it kind of is seemingly struggling with the smaller focus areas. Napolitos son muy verde. Sí. También Napolitos también un poquito amarillos. Me gusta mucho. Burritos con Napolitos son good. Looks like part of that zoom was digital, so it's really just a crop. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely digital zoom here. I think it will improve at least some once we get the proper 4K. Just having more to play with. Okay, so now we're going to take moot green with no yellow whatsoever for our more green. And hit these with the moot green dry brush. And I still need to do the pink of the flowers. But I think I might glue these to the bases first. Maybe not. Because there's a gimmick I want to show up. Probably fixed aperture if it's a webcam. Yeah, exactly. Probably doesn't have a shutter at all, so no f-stop. Yeah. Just be a talking head and describe your painting experience in a soft, hippie voice. Holistic miniature painting. Presented by Gaslight Minis. It's a guided meditation through painting Titania the Barbarian. Oh, God. All right. Here we go. On down the line. Actually, I need a little more moot green because I'm using it up. Here we go. I can already smell the sage. Yeah. Fixed aperture is set. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the upgrade from here at this point from a 4K webcam is just using a DSLR. Which it kind of sucks because I have a DSLR. It does not have servo assisted autofocus. So it can't automatically track autofocus. I do want to upgrade to a Canon M50 Mark II, which is a mirrorless, about in the same ballpark as the camera I have now, but it has nice 4K footage and servo assisted autofocus. But it's like a $450 camera body. I'm just not there to dump that kind of money into it yet. Eventually I will upgrade to it, and that will instantaneously make these streams a million times better. Well, that said, this computer has this little 7-inch monitor, and my EOS webcam software does not work. It will not run with the current resolution settings on this little monitor. La esquina de la caca de toro está muy linda. Esquina. ¿Qué significa la palabra esquina? No sé. No conozco esta palabra. Pero yo sé la caca del toro. Sí. Yo conozco. Sage is expensive, so it's probably Nag Champa. Barry Manilow wrote many famous jingles for companies like McDonald's, State Farm, and Band-Aids. Barry Manilow's a meat stick. Snap into a Slim Jim. Fucking Randy Savage out of left field, breaking Barry Manilow in half. I know about Barry Manilow from Will and Grace. Okay. Corner. La esquina. La esquina de la caca del toro. Oh, I see. Dude, that went right over my head. The bullshit corner. La esquina de la caca del toro. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? Después 7 semestres de español en las universidades, solo hablo como un niño. Muchas veces yo puedo comprender que está hablado, pero no conozco las palabras para responder. I know a little bit of Spanish. I can read Spanish. I can kind of force my way through a sentence, but no uso mi español mucho afuera de la clase. Solo hablo con un pocos camareros y mis vecinos What's the word for cashier? Cajeros. Nightbot reminding folks once again to come on over to the Country Fried Discord and share your work. We'd love to have you over there. No joke. Love to have you over there. We are all about some art in this community. Okay, so I want to paint these flowers first before we get too far into the next step, because we're about to glue these things on the base, and I'm excited for that. Because it's also a bit that I've been itching to get to. So let's do... My Band-Aid has the first name, so by the world, Coke, you're in good hands, 1 billion sold. My Band-Aid has a first name? My bologna has a first name. It's Bobby. Bobby Bologna. We're going to do some of this bright magenta. Show it to the camera first. We're going to pop it down here. Why you know go? Why you know? Ah, yummy. That is an acrylic booger, y'all. Okay, we're going to take our... Make sure to moisten it with your tongue first before you dip it in the pink. And actually this 2 is not big enough, so we're going to upgrade to a... Do I have a bigger brush handy? Can we work with the 6 again? I think so. They call him El Susurrador de Burros Espectaculos when he's in Tijuana to visit. Alright. We're just going to take this here fun, bright magenta color, and we're going to hit these here cactus. I'm going to hit these cactus and get them all pinkified. Flores Pintos. I might dry brush them later. I don't really care at this point all that much. We're just going to get some pink on them. In fact, I probably will dry brush them later. But what I want to do is get this here, get this color on, and then start gluing these happy little flowers to the base. So let's go to the next one. Just get this on there. It's got a gray primer, so this should still adhere pretty well. And we're making sure to get the backs of the flowers. Again, these are base accoutrements. They do not need a ton of focus. Just some color on them. Good enough. Good enough is good enough. We'll talk about that in the episode as well. Maybe talk about how, like, getting it done is worth cutting a few corners in the quality from time to time, depending on the project. You don't necessarily need to think of everything in display terms. And yeah, I will dry brush these once we get them glued to the base. But I want to do the glue-in part. That's going to be fun. Because we're going to get back at our guest palette for the last shots involving our guest palettes. And those of y'all who caught the last few episodes of working with this lady know about the guest palette. And those of you who know the Discord know a little bit more about the guest palette. Okay, got our pink on there. Good enough. Bigger brush equals more painty. That is true. I did just wash the paint off it though. It's a clean brush now. Clean brush. If you have enough light, you could have a fixed focus close down the aperture and have a whole scene in focus. Might need a lot of light though. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think I need a little more light. I've got the 2 soft boxes and then this really bright light here. Maybe if I had another one coming in, it might be enough. Sorry, his new title is El Susurrador de Juego de Pones since CFOF took off. Juego de Pones, no. No? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do the scene. We're gonna do the scene with the return of the guest palette. And check this out, y'all. What do you think of my what do you think of Dragonite there? Thoughts on this? Thoughts on this here masterpiece? How about that? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. The thought that went into like how little Sharpie to work with that, and then where to draw outside the lines. It is it's so good. It's funny, not to toot my own horn here. Not to toot my own horn about this project, this little art project here, but you got to know your art to make a quality bad drawing, and I think I knocked it out of the park. It is thought out. It is very thought out. Check out the paint outside the lines right here, and then this and the tail that extends past. Proud of my work. Try hard garbage for the win. Yes, this is Dragonite. It'll make sense in the video. If you don't understand, it'll make sense in the video. And actually, I say that it may still not make sense in the video. But it's Gaslight Minis here. Okay. So I need some tweezers. Maybe 2 pairs ought to do. Jarvis says why? Yes, why indeed. No, it's me. I thought it was Mudkip. To explain it. If I explained it, I think it would be less funny than it actually is. Okay, but anyhow, we're gonna film this now, and we're gonna push this here guest palette onto here. Actually, I'm gonna reshoot that again. I want to get it at a better angle. I'm gonna push it on. Nope. And it makes it sound. Then we get out our Bob Smith Industries super glue and we glop it up real good. Yes, get our Dragonair real gooey. And then we're gonna take our base here and we're gonna start applying some cactus to this model. So let's start with the important one first. Change the lighting a little bit. We're gonna get our big boy here. We're gonna give him a dip. we'll show the Bob Smith Insta set. And we want the big boy right here, I think. We're gonna stick it down and cure it down. Yep. There we go. And then we want one of these little round ones. And we're gonna dip it in the glue as well. And we're gonna put it right here in the front. Just like that. Get rid of this hair. And then where's my other little round one? Grab another little round one right here. And we're gonna give it a good dip in the glue. Maybe rotate it a little bit. And then we're gonna put this one right here in the front, I think. Right there. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. What y'all think? How's that for a cactus? Right? That's where we live. We forget about it. Hold on. There's so much happening in the chat. Let me check this out for a second here. Flip it over and it's Shannon Tweedy in half shirt coloring on. Yeah. Welcome, Millennial Model Mayhem. Congrats on 1,000 subs. Yes, thank you so much. I can't believe we're here. And it feels like things are real. Holy flock, that cactus. Yeah, it's perfect, right? It's the decision. The camera don't want to focus, unfortunately. But if you want these for your bases, this is Epic Basing. They print out really, really beautifully. It was pretty much never funny, to be honest, and that's honestly the funny part is all that work for the perfect. Yeah, exactly. You get it. Well, it's kind of your joke, Nathan. Weekend cactus. Yeah. All right. So we're actually just going to continue along, pretending like that wasn't even a thing. We're going to keep on with our cactus. I might put a little more pink on this one here. How about back in this corner right here, and we're just gonna stick this cactus down. There we go. No. I let go for it cured. Let's get a little bit of prickly pear action maybe on the front. We'll start on the back though. All right, a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm going to try to get all these cacti on the base. I think the more the merrier on this, and kind of turn it into this like cramped and busy scene, which lets me get away. Oh no! Why? Por qué? All right, there we go. How about a little prickly pear on the front? Like that. Get a big old dip of glue and stick the thing down right there. Weekend Cactus was my stripper name, yes. Oh, I missed a Nightbot fact, didn't I? Nightbot claims that Italy built an entire courthouse to prosecute the mafia and charged 474 members in a trial that lasted from 1986 to 1992. To date, it was the biggest trial in the world. Sounds legit. Sounds legit indeed. Sounds legit and plausible. Okay. I want another tall boy. Can we get away with... Let's see, right there maybe? Yeah, I like that spot. Do it right there. I hope y'all can see decently. I'm juggling the camera and my guest palette and the webcam. So if y'all can't really see super clearly, I apologize. I'm still working on the kinks here. We'll get there. We'll get there. But tonight we get this model done. And I am excited for it. Because we can edit her this week. Get these little cactus on the base and get her done. We'll black out the rim. And I think we'll be done with our dragon summoner. What's our time looking like? We're sitting at 2 hours, 33 minutes. Gonna hit that deadline. All right. Where can I fit another little prickly pear pad? How about back there? Yeah. We'll do that. Also, I see that there are 13 folks in chat. Thank y'all so much for choosing to spend your evening here with me in the bullshit corner. I hope you have some fantastic projects going on. I hope you're having fun at your own hobby desks. I hope things are going well for you wherever you're at in this world. Whether you got that promotion or your best friend graduated from college, whatever's going on. Hope you're having a good time. I'm really stoked that you choose to spend that good time and good energy here with me in Country Fried Minis. Here in the Bullshit Corner 2.0, where I'm hand drawing Dragonairs on Zubat backings and making penises out of cactus. Because that's what the content's all about. Let's do... There we go. A little tappy-do of both the chemicals. I want to try to pack another prickly pear pad. I think right here by the dragon foot is a good spot, like right there. So let's try to do that. Give it a nice hearty dippy-do. And then a stick of this. And we got one more little cactus to go on. Where can we fit another little barrel cactus? I think right there. That's where we're going with it. Yeah. So let's grab it and do that. And almost spill our accelerator. And then we'll do this. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Who the fuck is graduating college in January? Yes, you're right. And then we do the whole, like, we come in and we grab the, make sure to grab the thing and then show it to the camera and give it one of those and then zip off with it. Boom, we got the footage of the silly little Dratini. Yeah. This has almost a joke about it. Almost. Painting battle mechs. Hell yeah. I have those exact same tweezers, lol. Even with the, like, the green paint all over them. Did I take them from you? Use the hell out of them. Yeah. Leather Daddy Cactus Crafts. No. I don't wear leather. Let's see what our last looks like. how do I do this where y'all can see it? Like, worth a damn. Put the backing down again, this thing. And then we can bring in the field of vision. And then maybe it'll like actually try to focus. I think it looks pretty fun. We're gonna black the rim. I think I'm gonna dry brush these little flower tips. And not in that order. We're gonna do our dry brush first. And we're almost there. Almost at the end. About to hit the finish line. My stripper name was Sir. Please get off the stage. Close that. Yes. I approve. Fantastic name. Alright, Liquitex white ink. Shit, I have those tweezers too. Came with a soldering iron. You know what? You got it. They did indeed. They did indeed come with a soldering iron. Soldering iron? Soldering iron? Soldering iron. Solder. S-O-D-D-E-R. Alright. So we're going to make our lighter pink. I'm actually just going to hit this with another drop, I think. Boom. I wonder if I could do a little animation of a cactus dick coming up out of that when the paint hits it. But he is the daddy, yeah. Tweezer brothers find each other on the internet. We're Tweezer brothers. We touch quad tips together. Fry daddy? Bone daddy. Cactus bone daddy. Leather daddy. PVC daddy? I'm going to intrusively replace smolder with solder. Yes. Oh, you mean solder. My smoldering iron. Which I solder with. I smolder with my soldering iron. I solder with my smoldering iron. God. Y'all are fired. All of you, you're just fired. When Dove's Cry came on, I got excited. I was on an 8th Boilermaker. What is a Boilermaker? I know that term. I don't know what it is. Boilermaker. I know I've heard that before. All right. This brush is... my scissors are across the room and I am too lazy to go get them. So I'm just going to deal with it. But this brush is a little frayed. Just a little bit. Alright. We get our magenta going. We're going to hit these flowers. A little bit of a brighter pinky color. A little brighter pink. Zippy zaps. Doop doop. A little bit here, a little bit there. Show it to the camera. A little bit there. And then a little bit back here. A little bit right there. And we're going to put like, I don't know, 2 more drops of this in there. Blink. Oh, that was a lot more than I thought. Boilermaker's a beer with a shot of rock gun. Oh, yes. I've done my fair share of those as a kid. I mean, a young adult. It's been a while since I've drank, actually. Like, 2017? 2018? Something like that. Smothering some Wyos. Yes. Solder and salmon. They fight crime. Solder and salmon. Yeah. Soldering salmon. He's a superhero that fixes your electronics, but only if they're underwater. Nightbot claims that credit card EMV chip technology has been around since 1986. It was first implemented in France, with Germany following shortly after. The more blended, the better. Basically, double portion drink. Oh, yeah. Boilermaker. A finely blended Boilermaker. All right. So we're going to get a little bit more of our pink dry brush. This one's really light, so we're just going to tickle the tips. We're going to avoid the smaller flower. Same here. Zip. Tickle the tips. Give a little swirl action. Tickle the tips. Give a little swirl action. Avoid the smaller flower. And I think she's done. Where are we sitting at? 2 hours and 43 minutes. We're going to do my favorite part of the model. And we're going to get out. Oh, I like this track a lot. I like this track a whole hell of a lot. This one's fun. All right. I'm going to show our golden fluid acrylic carbon black to the camera. We're going to put 2 drops down. We're going to take some water. And we're going to also put 1 and 2 drops down. We're going to grab our 6 brush. Get this mixed up nice and black. We're going to get this thing on already to set her down when she's done. We're going to try to get a good grip on our model. And we're going to black the rim. Oh, so good. So good and so tasty. See if we can't work around this whole thing without making a mess of it. I doubt I can. She's on an 80mm base that I found on Cults and printed on my FDM printer at about a 50% infill with 0.05mm lines, layer lines. If you can believe it, my Anycubic Cobra Go FDM printer can print in the same resolution that my resin printer does. Rimming is always a great stage. Yes, I do enjoy a good rim job. You know that the task is so close to the end, and you power through and get that done, and you're in for an exquisite finish. Hassle Castle trademark will make a good brand name. Hassle Castle. And Hassle Castle is where they sell pack bag brand backpacks. Pack bag brand backpacks at Hassle Castle. Damn, this has turned out to be a really fun model, y'all. I recommend so much getting your hands on a Reaper, a good Reaper model, a nice pewter piece by this classic company. Find you something goofy and hand sculpted and just have a blast painting it. I still to this day think that Edna, Crazy Cat Lady, is my favorite piece of content I've done on the channel. And I mean, you know, as far as YouTube goes, it is obviously going to flop. Nobody cares. It's Reaper models. Who cares? But, man, they're such a joy to paint. Very expressive. You got that hand sculptedness that really I don't know. There's something nice about the hand sculpted models that they just, they're meant to be painted by hand, you know? The digital stuff is fine and dandy and looks awesome, but just going over the work of the hand of the artist with the hand, your artist's hand, is such a joy. And you could paint a Reaper model for, you know, pennies on the dollar. Even like their bones line, they're great. A really good time, especially if you go wild with it. This has been a fun model in that she's like a weird scale. I've never seen a 54 millimeter scale model before. Don't forget your bags of paint on the way out. You're damn right. You're damn right. Paint in a bag. Paint in a bag. The only way to store your paints. You got portability. You know, it conforms to the shape of whatever container you're carrying your container of paint in. Never have to worry about knocking your pots over. Too good. And you got a big project, just cut the corner like a piping bag. And there you go. Yeah, really brought the most out of this model. Yeah, I think she's been fun. I made some bad decisions on some colors, but we went with it and made it work. And I think I'm pleased with it. And that's surprising. So HD shots will be coming up on the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, consider joining. There's a link in the description down below. You know, we have a fun time over there. It's always really, really fun. Hassel Castle also produces the army game Sledgehammer 4XX. Yeah, XX. And the expansion 4XY XXL. Custom paint rack is an MDF trash bag holder. Amazing. Yeah, paint in a bag is going to be really fun. For those who know, you know. For those of you who don't, just wait till you see it. It's going to be so stupid. Where are we sitting at? We just hit 2 hours 49 minutes. Not even 3 hours tonight. That model's done, y'all. I mean, I could hit her with the matte varnish, but I ain't gonna. Not tonight, or not now. I'll do it tonight before I go to bed. Yeah. What a fun time. What an insane stream. Thank y'all again for your bonkers amount of generosity. It's really been popping in here tonight, and y'all have been a real blast to hang out with. Millennial Model Mayhem says, "Gotta go now. Have a good rest of the stream." Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. For those of you who don't know about Millennial Model Mayhem's content, you really owe it to yourself to go check out the fun stuff happening over there on that channel. Especially to y'all who are catching this via the algorithm. Go over there and give a peek. You won't be displeased at all. Emery says she's basically a fancy fit, educated hill giant who trains young dragons not to crap in the wizard tower. Yeah, no, I think that's dead on. This 54 millimeter dragon summoner is, you know, this model. This is actually Reaper's young red dragon. So that's part of why I painted it this red-orange color. This is the young red worm or whatever in proper 28 millimeter scale. So it's kind of fun. I am very pleased with it. She turned into a fun little diorama. Quite happy. I'll do some glamour shots and start producing the video this week. Nathan says MMM is like nerd ASMR. Yeah. Yes. Them clacks, them burps, them paint jobs, so good. Chef's kiss. Very good stuff. Painter cactus, yeah. Is that coming through decently? That painter cactus, so good. Where's that? Oh, look at that lad. Look at that large lad. Oh, yes. Best part of this whole model is the stupid little joke. But yeah, who doesn't draw, you know, it's all about dicks and butts, really, when you get down to it. Anyhow, final reminder here from Nightbot, come on over to the Country Fried Discord and share your work. Check out the link in the chat, or even check out the link in the description down below. A final call to y'all, any of y'all who want to show support for the channel, consider joining up as a channel member. For as little as $1 a month, you get that fun little badge next to your name, as well as access to biscuit-based emojis, and then priority consideration for community streamed events, plus more. You never know if I drop a members only video. It could be a thing. Yeah. It's been a lot of fun tonight, y'all. And I'm beyond blown away at the generosity that y'all have shown from the community to make this little dream happen, to help fund and continue this nonsense here at Country Fried Minis. It is absolutely mind-blowing that y'all care. And damn it, I just want my shot of bullshit corner, and it's just like, nah, dog. Nah, dog. Is that gonna stay? Is that gonna stay? You gonna stay there? We're gonna zoom in the bullshit corner. Yeah, so good. Nightbot claims that a man named Ronald McDonald robbed a Wendy's in 2005. That's generic facts there. I'm not even impressed. Not even close. Oh, that's too far. Anyhow, clown wanted better food, lol. Yeah, exactly. Y'all are the best, and you really made my night tonight. I'm so proud of this little community that y'all have formed. It's mind-blowing and humbling. Anyhow, as always, I want you to remember to be happy while you're painting, and to know that from the bottom of my heart that your participation in these events and these moments, this community, makes me happy while I'm painting. This has been so fun. I've been Cameron on behalf of Country Fried Minis. This is the Bullshit Corner 2.0, and this has been yet another paint stream here in the corner. Y'all are absolutely the best, and I will see y'all for the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Lots of love. Take it easy.